T-Man 978 Chill Review.
Look what I decided to upload on Christmas, everybody. Hello, everyone. T-Man 978. Welcome to another chill review. This time it's McFarlane Toys Spawn Nightmare Spawn. I don't know jack crap about Nightmare Spawn, but I do know that this figure looks interesting as something that can be just a random monster in the background getting killed by one of my heroes. But yeah, well, look at this. Once again, when it's a Spawn figure, it's not a toy because it's for ages 14 and up because he's evil, and I believe they even show blood and decapitation on the back of the packaging. Look at that. You won't see that in the Hasbro section. All right, here's this thing out of packaging. And it's fun while frustrating at the same time. It has mostly the typical McFarlane stuff, but then it has some other things that are like weird. But let's let you look at them. Number one, the thing on that packaging looks quite different from this guy. Like, let's look at him. This is just like some plain monster thing, but when I look at the packaging, there's a lot more going on here that makes me think, oh, Spawn. Like, number one, it has the red cape that's flowing back there. It has these arm guard things with the spikes on it. He has an arm guard thing, but it looks nothing like that. That skull hanging off the belt, there is no skull right there. Yeah. The spikes on the head, it seems like it only has 2 spikes. This has multiple spikes like it's a crown. And it's like protrusions like on Venom more than actual horns. And down there you see bones in the feet, which you don't see right here. Like I said, I'm not too familiar with this. I'm not familiar with this character at all. So it doesn't bug me, but when I look at the packaging and look at this, it's 2 completely different things going on. So I don't know if they're going to have another variant down the line, but I wanted to point out that stuff. Anyhow, as you can imagine, good texture and detail and whatnot, like you would see on a McFarlane Toys figure. Let's let you see the back. It has that wider detail right there that you do see on Spawns. And there is paint, like deco, throughout the body. These spikes, some of them do hurt. The universal joints in the ankles, they are personally sculpted to this figure. It's not like just a generic round ball. It has the same thing going on in the wrist if you twist it the correct way, or the way on the other side, basically. And let's see the face up close. Looks kind of baddish. Yeah. Now, odd things going on. Like, it does not have the typical cup covers inside of the ball socket joint. So this is like just loose going on in there. There's no extra detail to make that look like a filled out arm. It's just an arm on a ball post just loosely hanging in there. I mean, it can still move out and get into the posing. Maybe the extra sculpting made that get in the way. I don't know. The wings are on a universal ball at the base. So not only can you like tilt it up and down and bring it out, but you can like rotate the wing individually on here. So, or separately, I should say. So the wings can get into a position like that and like kind of even bend over to protect his own face or whatever. Now, things that are disappointing to me is the neck articulation. It can look down like that because it's on a dumbbell post, but it looks up, basically just straight forward. It can't really look up unless you do this, which I'm basically about to pop the ball out of the neck. Upward motion is very important to me, especially on a monstrous type creature that you might want to have hunched forward, looking up at something as it's like about to pounce on them. And I can't really do that. Another reason why I can't do that is because I guess this would be neutral. And then this is like the ab crunch engaged both at the top and the bottom. This is a harder piece than normal. So it's like no wiggle room. It's not going to bend more than that. But every figure ever always can bend back. So you do get the dumbbell at the top, bottom. You can rotate at the bottom. So you can get the side tilts and whatnot. But even with the side tilts, I can't move the head up. And that frustrates me. I showed the shoulders. You do get bicep swivel on this arm. And on this arm, it's single jointed elbow down. So you can bend 90 degrees and it can rotate. The wrist is hinge swivel. So you just get that. But over here, you get everything. You get the thigh bicep swivel. You get double jointed elbows. And you get a universal joint. So yeah, they've been experimenting with this hinge swivel situation and they took advantage of that there. Now, every single McFarlane figure has thigh joints similar to this. These are specifically cut to this guy. And I'm just realizing I never tried to make the legs go out before I started filming this. But that's how far out it can go. It can come forward, come back, and you actually do get thigh rotation because they cut that so low. So it can rotate out that way and rotate in this way. It's very stiff and these spikes will dig into your fingers like crazy. You get the pinned double knee right there and the universal ankles that can come forward, back, rotate right here, rotate for ankle pivot, and you get the toe articulation. For whatever reason, since I've ever bought any of these, this toe is loose as shit and this one is tight. I'm starting to think that's on purpose at this point. That's like a purposeful design decision to do that. It's happened so often. Now, this is a $25 figure. I don't know why the Spawn figures cost more than the DC Multiverse, especially in a case like this. You're not getting any more than you would get with a DC Multiverse figure. So the only accessory it has is this. No other hand, no head, nothing. No like sword type weapon, which could be accurate to the comic, but you get nothing but the guy for 25 bucks. When I first started getting these, the 25 buck figures were the Fortnite guys. Some of them were bigger than this. They had the ball at the base of the neck, so the neck articulation was infinitely better. And then they had back bling, some type of harvesting tool, and some type of gun. Every single one of them, and those things were heavily painted and super elaborate. But with the McFarlane, it can be bare bones, and this one is definitely bare bones. I guess they're considering the wings to be an accessory. This McFarlane Toys Warhammer Gene Stealer has 4 pinless arms with universal wrist. 20 bucks. Came out last year, I believe, or earlier this year. I think it was last year. 20 bucks. A couple of Marvel Legends figures. They are 6-inch. Typically they're like 6.5, and McFarlane Toys is 7-inch line. Star Wars The Black Series guy and Power Rangers Lightning Collection guy. And here's this, one of the reasons why I wanted something like this. I guess this would also work with that NECA Kratos as well, because he definitely looks like something that would be on both of their video games getting beat up. But yeah, I'm gonna end it right here on this comparison. This thing is mostly it's good. There's a lot of articulation. Things that are kind of aggravating is the ankle joints are a little bit loose. I showed that toe joint being loose. It's kind of odd how they decided to go with the shoulder joints not having the cup covers in there. As you saw, like, it can stay in the positions that you put it in, but as far as straight up and down, it can lift up and down, but that's worthless because the post is going to drop because the arms are so heavy. For me, this thing is definitely passable as some ugly nameless demon monster that I can put in pictures with these two characters right here, or anybody else that I want to have getting beat up by a demon monster. But looking at the back of that box, if you are a fan of this character from the comic or whatever, then it looks completely different. I'm pretty sure this probably maybe is a look from the comic, but just not knowing who he is, and all I have to go off of is the images from that box and the image when I looked up his like database or Wikipedia type page, he looks completely different. So I can imagine that for a real fan throwing them off, unless you guys can let me know, does he look like this in the comic at any point? But other than my nitpicks that I mentioned just now and the ones I mentioned earlier, it's still a good figure. I don't know if I can say that it's worth the $25, and should you wait for some type of clearance or sale, it's up to you. Anyway, I got this from Target. I just randomly found it there. If it's on Amazon, I'll put a link in the description. Thank you for watching this. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that other stuff that's in the description down there. Check out Whatnot. If you aren't subscribed, or if you aren't a part of Whatnot and you're interested in Whatnot and you want to sign up, definitely use my link that's in the description. It won't hurt you. You'll get $15 off your first purchase if you decide to buy something from one of the streaming auctions. But anywho, thank you once again for watching this. Until next time, T-Man978 out here.
Figure action. That one's me.
Join the Syndicate Toy Hunters Facebook group. Link in the description. Click the videos. Click the videos, baby. Click the videos. You should really click these videos. Click the videos. Click those videos, baby. Click the videos. You really should click those videos. Click the